When picking cabinet doors for their kitchen project, most homeowners focus mainly on the color. But you need to have in mind the overall look that you wanted to achieve, and be aware that that look might be achievable with different kind of materials. Some materials are easy to scratch, some are easy to repair, some cannot handle water at all. Some are really good with moisture, some are not good with heat. So you need to pick the material that fits your lifestyle, your kitchen, and the goal with this renovation. My name is Frank Siletti. I've been with Attimo Kitchen Refacing for 25 years in this industry. What I'm going to do now is break down all the options. Let's start with the classic material, solid wood, specifically stained wood. Stained wood doors are amazing because they're available in many different wood species combined with hundreds, maybe thousands of different stains. And you could achieve coziness, warmth, elegance, definitely timeless. The beautiful thing about stained wood doors is that the water damages, the scratches, the dents just don't show as much compared to other materials. The only real disadvantage about stained wood doors is that they are not recommended if the room, if your kitchen is too small or not bright enough. Painted wood. What an incredible option, but a completely different conversation. Homeowners think that you can paint any wood species. Not really. Maple is the way to go because it's got a tight grain and it finishes very smoothly. Not like oak, ash, or hickory where you will see the grain coming through. Now, painted wood option is really great for durability. You scratch doors, there is water damage, the lacquer will peel off. However, you can sand it and paint it as many times as you want. Let's say after 15 years, you're tired of that color you picked. No problem. You can sand these doors down and refinish them, and you got yourself a brand new look. However, everything seems so good about painted wood, but there is a limitation. Wood doors shrink and expand. So where you have joints, you actually will see these micro cracks, these lines, random lines everywhere. Not every single door, it's like random. So if you're the type of person that does not like to see these things, painted wood is not for you. Let it go, move on to another option. But if you can live with it, the advantages are gigantic. MDF and HDF, the alternative to painted wood. It's a great option. Why? Because there's no joints. These cabinet doors will be one piece. No joints, no crack on the finish. So problem solved. We talked about it earlier. The negative thing about these cabinet doors is that they are very vulnerable to water. So try not to chip it because sometimes the smallest chip will allow the water, the moisture in, and the MDF and HDF literally swell, explode, and there's nothing you can do. Do not waste money and energy trying to repair that door. That door needs to be replaced. Now, HDF doors are much better than MDF. At the core is the same material, but MDF is medium density fiberboard. HDF means high density fiberboard, so harder, stronger, more reliable than MDF. A reputable kitchen company should totally shift to the use of HDF instead of MDF. Laminate slab doors, not to be confused with thermofoil doors. Basically, high density composite materials factory applied to decorative surfaces. These cabinet doors are highly resistant to scratches. And I prefer only the slab version. So these are kitchen that wanted to look very modern, very European, very minimalistic. Now, we install these doors anywhere from the small condo downtown Toronto to the $5 million mansion, boxy looking mansion here on Lakeshore, Oakville, and everything in between. They're, as I said, resistant to scratches, but mainly they're popular because there are some homeowners that love the fact that what they're going to get is predictable. So even if they go with the fake wood grain option, they know what they're getting. There's no surprises. So if you're one of them and you like ultra modern and minimalistic, you should go for this. The industry has created the 5 pieces version of the laminate doors. I personally do not recommend these doors. We do not carry it because I don't trust the seam. It's basically alternative to the solid wood 5-piece doors. But those seams, I think water will get through it, so I do not trust them. The wood veneer option, the slab wood veneer options. It's basically the alternative of the laminate doors that we just talked about it. The difference is they're not as durable, they're not as scratch resistant, but this is for the people that are looking for the minimalistic, modern look, but they don't want to give up the warmth, the elegance of real wood. Now, we need to understand that this is a composite door, it's a composite material, and the real wood veneer, the skin of wood, is applied on top of it. So these doors have the same options that the solid wood doors have when we're talking about the look, the color, the stains. So you can get any wood species, oak, maple, cherry, walnut, you name it, with any stain available in the market. So a lot of options for you. They have, however, one problem. They are a little too delicate because they are vulnerable to water. You need to keep these doors nice and dry all the time. If you do that, they'll last you a long time. Thermofoil doors. Thermofoil doors are MDF doors with vinyl melted, wrapped around. Now, thermofoil doors come in different solid colors, matte, eye gloss. They come with the fake wood grain, matte and eye gloss, and different shape. It could be shaker door, raised panel, slab. Very, very popular in the low-end market. I have refused to use them, to sell them for many years, probably 15 years now. Even before, I never encouraged my customer to use them. What bothers me the most is that they are not predictable. Sometimes I've seen 3 years old kitchen completely fail, doors peeling off everywhere. Sometimes I've seen them last even 20 years. You don't know what you're getting. It could be a good batch, bad batch, and the brand that they're from does not make any difference. There is really no good brand that make very good thermofoil doors. This is my experience, and the fact that they're not predictable, I do not feel comfortable recommending them to my customers. That is the thing that bothers me the most. Sometimes I have seen these doors failing on a pantry across, far away from the sink. It's understandable that doors fail when they're beside dishwasher or under the sink or right above the cooktop, but even low stress area. So this is the biggest problem that I have with thermofoil door. Obviously, this is just my point of view. To conclude, when deciding the cabinet doors that you will use for your kitchen project, I don't want you to stress about the materials first. I want you to focus on your look first. Once you know what kind of look you wanted to achieve, you will find out that most likely that look is achievable with more than one material. And then you got to pick the material that fits more your lifestyle and the goal that you have with this kitchen project. Because the thing is this, the right material is not the one that looks good on day one, is the one that makes sense years to come.